Hey everybody, I am Stephanie Johnston here at the studio, and we are creating these little tips, tricks, and techniques videos for the Clinicians Corner. So this will be helpful for any psychotherapist or any client. Just little short 2-minute tips to help in your therapy process. So today we're going to talk about the mindful flower. So mindfulness meditation is being here now, paying attention to the present moment on purpose without judgment. It's one of the most fundamental skills that you can use in therapy. And so this is a nice little metaphor and visualization for people to use in it. So let me draw. So in mindfulness, we've got an anchor, right? So your anchor is anything that grounds you into the present moment. So that's your breath is your number one go-to anchor. You've always got your breath. If you don't, there's a big problem. So your breath is a great way to ground yourself in the present moment. Because mindfulness is so important, one of the reasons, because if we're not in the present moment, we're in the future and worrying and in anxiety, or we're ruminating and dwelling and worrying about the past. So the past and the future in our heads is really where misery comes from. If we're able to stay in the present moment, we can much better tolerate those emotions, and we don't get trapped in creating unnecessary and unhelpful emotions. So we use our breath to ground ourselves. You can also use your 5 senses, taste, touch, smell. You can do sounds. You can use a body scan. There are a ton of different mindfulness techniques. So those are all different anchors. So we'll say, though, that we're using our breath. And so you're doing a mindfulness exercise. A lot of times people think that they are doing it wrong when they have thoughts come into their head. They say, well, I tried mindfulness and I wasn't very good at it because I just kept thinking. That's totally normal. Your brain is a thinking machine. It's going to keep popping thoughts into your head. That's normal. The point, though, is to recognize it and come back to your breath. So what happens is you're focused on this anchor of your breath, and then your brain starts thinking a thought. So maybe you're thinking, oh my gosh, did I lock the door when I left? And sitting here thinking, well, yes, I did, And then you realize, oh no, here I'm thinking, I'm supposed to be focused on my breath. So at this point, you just come back to your breath. And that's a good thing. Then you're staying on your breath for a little while, and you think, oh man, I really need to run out to the grocery store when we're done, and then you realize it and you come back. And then you have another thought of, man, my foot itches. And then you're like, oh, I'm not supposed to be paying attention to that. Come back. So you're going to have a million thoughts. The point is to just come back every time, right? And so you draw this nice little mindful flower to show the nature of your brain and how your brain is a thinking machine that's going to give you all these thoughts. The point is, though, just to come back over and over and over again. And this is what mindfulness is. It's the coming back, really, that is important. And each time you come back, you get stronger and stronger. So maybe if you're a really experienced mindfulness meditator, your just the center of the flower is going to be way bigger and stronger. Maybe if you're having a really hard week, you're going to be out and you're going to be like a poppy, and you hardly ever come back. And so it's just like one big giant petal. That's okay too. The practice is important. It's like lifting a weight. So the more and more you do it, the stronger you get. And again, the point is not to have no petals. It's just to come back over and over again. So maybe like a daisy is better. Or something with just tiny little short petals. So that is your little mindfulness trick technique. The mindful flower. It's all of these little graphics, visualizations, metaphors. This is how we learn. And so every week we'll be showing you all a handful of these so that you can use them. If you're a clinician, you can use them with your clients. If you're a client, you can use them yourself. And just everybody in general, we could all use these things. So it was a pleasure being with you. I hope that everyone is well. And again, I'm Stephanie Johnston with the studio, and this has been a Clinicians Corner. Thanks. We'll see you next time.